Good morning, ladies. I am coming on to do a cycle update. Alright, the last videos I posted was my live ovulation test, and on the last one, they were positive. I triggered. Sorry, I'm so tired. So, anyway, and what was not shown after that was the fact that I started getting positive. My pregnancy test started getting darker. I'm not gonna say I was getting positive pregnancy test because I did trigger, so obviously the test wasn't positive. But the trigger started to fade around 8 days. 8 days past trigger, I believe. Yeah, it started to fade 8 days past trigger. So, around 9 DPO, 11 days past trigger, I received a positive first response, and I received a darker Walmart test. Now, I will post the videos. I will post the pictures of the test that I took in this video just to update everybody. Now, I was waiting to do my live test because I wanted to do a digital. But as time went on, the test wasn't changing. Sometimes it would get lighter, but I was just contributing that to, my sample being diluted when I tested. And so I was like, because when I would do a hold and it was more concentrated, the line was, right back to where it should be, or where it's back darker anyway. So, then on Sunday, which was 15 days past trigger, and according to 2X, fertility friend, I would have been 14 DPO, and for countdown to pregnancy, I would have been 11 D. No, I'm sorry. It was 13 DPO and 11 DPO, and I was 15 days past trigger. Excuse me. I got 2 positive Walmart tests. So I woke up Monday morning. I noticed on Sunday I was starting to get pain, but I wasn't paying it too much any mind because it would just come and go. So Monday morning I woke up, I took a test, and it was so faint. Basically said it was negative. It was really hard to see, if you could see it all. And the pain was more constant. So I called my boyfriend off of work. I had him come home, take me to the emergency room because I was in a lot of pain. I noticed that my stomach was a little more swollen on one side. So I went to the emergency room. Their pregnancy test came out negative. Then they did a CAT scan because of what my pain was. My pain is basically right by my shoulder blade, or something like that. Because when she went to do I think it's CVT test or something like that, where they slightly tap on your back to check your kidney, and jumped out her hand because that's how painful it is. And so she thought I had a kidney stone, so she did a CAT scan. Everything was fine in the CAT scan except for a cyst that was on my ovary. They found a complex cyst on my right ovary, 7 centimeters, which is around the size of an orange. Now, she did say if I wanted to wait around, I could get the ultrasound just to look at things more, or I could just go to my OB because I was stable and my vitals were good, so she was going to send me home anyway. The only issue was I was in a lot of pain. She prescribed me some naproxen, and I'm trying to think, what the hell is naproxen going to do? Naproxen's not touching this pain. Anyway, so I called my OB while I was still at the hospital, let them know what was going on, and my appointment is today. In a few hours, actually. I am just so nervous. I've been reading up on a complex cyst, and there's so many different things. First thing I read is that they're not normal. They do not go with the menstrual cycle. The second thing I read is that they cause a higher suspicion of cancer. So I'm just I wanted to do this video before Shania woke up. But I'm scared. I don't know how long I've had it. My last ultrasound was in February or March, I believe. And my ultrasounds were normal. Only thing I had was my thyroid, and I had no cyst on either ovary. So I'm trying to figure out where it came from. And it does say for complex cysts over, 7 and over, anything over 5 technically needs to be surgically removed. And mine is a 7, and I am in discomfort. I'm in pain. I can't really sit up for a long period of time. If I do sit up, I have to have support on my right side to where I'm leaning, but most of my pressure is on my left versus my right, because if I put the pressure on the right, I start hurting. So it was a couple times during waiting to go to my OB where I wanted to go back to the hospital because I just feel so weird. I'm like, I'm trying not to read into it, and then I'm looking at, my hair was falling out real bad, and then to read that, and then, you're only going to put, two together. But you're not supposed to think like that. You're not supposed to claim something that you don't have. So I don't want to rile myself up for no reason, but at the same time, it's like, what do you really expect? So I started bleeding yesterday. I started bleeding yesterday. Let me check my calendar. Wednesday. So the HCG was completely out my system on Monday. I came home from the hospital and I took a test as well, and it was blank. I will insert a picture of what my test looked like before Sunday, and they were negative completely on Monday. So my period came a day or two late, which I'm guessing would have been expected. But that was according to Fertility Friend. It came late. According to Countdown to Pregnancy, which said I ovulated 2 days after Fertility Friend did, was stating that my cycle came on time. and I had a 14-day luteal phase, which is the longest. It actually both still confirmed that that's the longest I've ever had. I'm usually 11 to 12-day luteal phase, so that means I ovulated really good. Yes, I was on progesterone for 2 days. I started progesterone when my tests got darker, and I was only taking it for 2 days, and I was like, well, let me see how my body reacts to see if my body can, um, you know, keep up, because my temps were at the highest I've ever seen them, like in the 98s. I've never seen my temps that high. I'm usually 97, 90 here and there, but they were up there, so I know my progesterone was good. And so yeah, I'm a little bummed because my first actual medicated cycle worked, and it just didn't work out. Now, they say everything happens for a reason, and I'm guessing in my case it's true, because if I wouldn't have had that pain, I wouldn't have went to the hospital, and I wouldn't have found out, and who knows how long I would have walked around with this before going back to finally seeing a doctor, or how sick I could have gotten. So I have to look at that as a way of me finding it out early. The one thing about complex cysts is that they don't stop growing. They will continue to grow. They have to be removed. From what I read also is that usually once it's removed, they will remove it in a bag. They'll, if they can save my ovary, I'm not sure. I will ask them to. But if he feels it's better to just remove everything at once versus potentially rupturing the cyst while not knowing what the contents contain, and he would rather just remove everything just to put it, because that's what they do. They remove the whole thing, and then they put a little medical bag in there, and then they put the cyst in the medical bag, and they pull it out. And then what they do is they send it off to pathology while you're still in surgery. So therefore, when you come out, they know if it contained any cancer cells or what stage it could be and things like that. So I really want this done as soon as possible. You know, it's just been emotional. I think I made this video about 3 times, but I waited because each time different information, I was finding out different information and a different symptom that I was going through. The pain was just constant now. So my appointment is today at 2:15. I will be leaving my house at around 1 something to get there early. And I'll come back on once I have more information. I'm praying he sends me over for a stat ultrasound and to hold and wait for results just to see, because I'm supposed to start my new job on Monday, and I still want to work. So I want to know if he can just do this like on an emergency basis, because of the fact that I'm dealing with so much pain. So I can still work, but also I need to know. I just need to know what's going on. I haven't been sleeping. My appetite has been decreasing a lot lately, and this was even before all this was going on. And I just want to get this done over with. The sooner the better, and I'm gonna see if he can do it that way. And if he can't do it right away, then to just admit me into the hospital so I can have pain management, because it's just so uncomfortable. It's really painful. I don't know. So that's really my update, ladies. I'll put the pictures of the pregnancy test in the video. And again, I do apologize for not doing a live test, but that's the reason why I was waiting. Because I like to do the digital, like I did in my other videos. So, yeah. I'll talk to y'all later after my doctor's appointment. If I'm not able to come home for any reason, as in they hold me or keep me, I will update from my phone of what's going on once everything is situated and figured out. So, alright then. Bye.